It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on Dameon Pierce. He had a nice effort a week ago with a pair of touchdowns. It's the Texans and the Colts under the lights on Monday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking up. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the Texans first down.
Looking to throw. Hyde. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 yards.
In motion right, that's Collins. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. The numbers for Collins last week, 8 catches, 89 yards.
And you can tell early, they're going to look his way quite a bit, and he made himself available on that one.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
2nd down and 4.
At the 11-yard line.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And he'll be brought down this time at yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
They'll run here with Pierce. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the 5-yard line.
They'll go right back to Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 10 on this pretty long opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Hyde. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash here. Should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Christian Harris on the coverage.
Now it's Richardson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Harris on the coverage.
Richardson looking to throw. And off balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
That's taken on the 25. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Texans will take over. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Another carry for Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Hyde. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Play action. Now Richardson. Short throw caught by Pitts. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. Well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Richardson. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Hyde got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That is caught by Dell. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Hyde. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Richardson looking to throw this. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Hyde. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the
second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They go play action with Richardson. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Colts in a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Here's
7.
Richardson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hyde. Got his man, Dell. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Hyde. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Christian Harris with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On 3rd down, Hyde. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Hamler now on the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Beck. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Beck, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35, here's a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. It's Beck, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Texans to take over. They were losers to Kansas City a week ago, but they are out in front right now. Throwing to start the drive. Hyde throwing the out route incomplete. That's Collins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
First down, Texans.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Dell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 13. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it first and 10 at their own 43. From the shotgun, Richardson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. And Richardson back to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He was defended by Jalen Petrie.
Looking to throw. Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on first down. Hyde. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw on second down. Hyde.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Hyde. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Yards of boot so far as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. He finds his man complete. That's Beck. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before the half. Richardson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Breaks through the contact. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
At the 43-yard line.
Richardson to the air on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Derek Stingley.
Now it's Richardson. Finding Pierce on the crossing route. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First and 10, it's Richardson. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Richardson now on second down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Hyde. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Richardson. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Richardson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he fields it cleanly. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Texans 1st down.
Quick throw to Collins. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Pierce will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this. Rolling to his in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Colts send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Hyde. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off play action. High. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. Back to throw. High. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick six. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. Here's Richardson to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Richardson. Short throw caught by Pitts. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Richardson. He finds his man. Complete. It's back. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Back now in Indianapolis. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Again, it's Richardson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. They run the counter. Beck. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right? Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Hyde swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. To throw on second down. Hyde. And a quick throw here. That's complete. On the gain of 3 on the play. And that'll force a punt on 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Hyde. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Face mask. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Pierce now up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. High. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Going for it with Pierce. And the tackle made at the 13. He was well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Got stopped, would have liked the touchdown, but hey, field goal gives you the lead, and let your defense do the work.
The one thing to keep in mind, though, the field goal is not automatic. You've got to make sure you protect your kicker here so you don't have a block, which turns into a big play. But you're exactly right. Kick it, rely on your defense. This is the proper play here in this situation.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He finds his man, complete. It's back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Will Anderson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. This is Hamler on the receiving end. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up 3rd and goal.
Richardson working from the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Unsuccessful pass on 3rd down, but at least you got 3 points here in your hip pocket.
Yeah, and I would take it from my hip pocket and put it right on the shoe of my kicker and go get those 3 points. This isn't even a discussion to me. This is a chance to take the lead after a good drive. Do it.
They had a 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's complete. It's Gore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Back to throw. Hyde. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun, Hyde. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Richardson. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Delivers another one to Pierce. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. And they take a knee. Second and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's back, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
Down to a knee goes Richardson, and that should finish off this victory.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yeah, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.